I froze. Not because I saw something, but because I heard it. Breathing. Slow. Heavy. Not mine. It was coming from inside the wall right next to my bed. At first, I told myself it was just the old house settling. You know how wood creaks, pipes groan, normal stuff. But this wasn't normal. This was alive. I held my breath, staring at the cracked ceiling above me. The room was pitch dark, except for a thin strip of moonlight leaking through the curtains. And then, scratch. A faint scraping sound followed the breathing. My heart started pounding so loudly I thought whatever was inside the wall could hear it. "Hello?" I whispered, my voice trembling. Silence. For a moment, everything stopped. Then suddenly, thump. Something hit the inside of the wall. I jumped out of bed. That was no pipe. No animal. No imagination. Something, or someone, was in my walls. Section 2, the house with secrets. I had only moved into the house 3 weeks ago. It was cheap. Too cheap. That should have been my first warning. The landlord barely asked questions, handed me the keys, and said, "Just don't mess with the walls." At the time, I laughed it off. Now, those words felt like a threat. The house itself was old, peeling paint, creaky floors, and a strange smell that never fully went away. But the walls. They were thicker than normal. Almost hollow. Over the past few days, I started noticing little things: food going missing from the kitchen, objects slightly moved, soft footsteps late at night. I blamed stress. Lack of sleep. Until that night. The night I heard breathing. Section 3, the first discovery. The next morning, I convinced myself to stay calm. There has to be a logical explanation, I said out loud. Maybe rats. Yeah, big rats. I grabbed a flashlight and started inspecting the walls. That's when I found it. Behind the wardrobe in my bedroom, there was a small crack. No. Not a crack. A gap. Like something had been pried open, and then loosely pushed back into place. My hands shook as I moved the wardrobe aside. The gap widened. And from inside, a smell hit me. Rotten. Like something had been living there for a long time. I hesitated, then slowly pointed my flashlight inside. What I saw made my stomach drop. There was space. A hidden passage inside the wall. And it wasn't empty. There were blankets. Food wrappers. Empty bottles. Someone had been living there. Watching me. Section 4, you were never alone. My mind raced. How long? How many nights? While I was sleeping, were they watching? Suddenly, every moment in that house felt wrong. Every noise. Every shadow. Every time I thought I was alone. I backed away slowly. But then, I noticed something else. On one of the inner wooden panels, there were scratches. Not random ones. Words. Carved deeply into the wood, "Don't look for me." My chest tightened. This wasn't just someone hiding. This was someone, warning me. Or threatening me. I didn't know which was worse. Section 5, the tunnel I should have left. I should have packed my things and run. But curiosity. Curiosity is dangerous. I grabbed my phone, turned on the flashlight, and climbed inside the wall. The space was narrow but long enough to crawl through. It stretched beyond my bedroom, deeper into the house. The air was thick and suffocating. Every movement echoed. Every breath felt too loud. As I crawled forward, I started noticing something disturbing: small holes. Tiny openings in the wall. Each one lined up perfectly with different rooms. The kitchen. The living room. Even the bathroom. Whoever lived here. Had been watching everything. Every move. Every moment. And then. I heard it again. Right behind me. Breathing. Section 6, you shouldn't have come here. I turned slowly. My flashlight flickered. And in that brief moment of dim light, I saw a face. Right behind me. Pale. Sunken eyes. A twisted smile. Too close. Way too close. I screamed and tried to crawl forward, but something grabbed my ankle. Cold fingers. Strong. Inhumanly. Strong. Don't, a voice whispered. Right next to my ear. You weren't supposed to find me. Section 7, the truth, cliffhanger. I struggled, kicking wildly, but the grip tightened. Then the voice spoke again. Calm. Almost sad. I've been here longer than you think. My heart stopped. What do you mean? I gasped. A pause. Then, this isn't your house. My blood ran cold. Then whose is it? I whispered. The figure leaned closer, its breath brushing against my face. And then it said something that shattered everything I thought I knew. You moved into my walls. My body froze. You moved into my walls. The words echoed in my head like a nightmare I couldn't wake up from. I rented this house, I stammered. I have the keys, this is my place. The man smiled. Not a normal smile. It stretched too wide, like he had forgotten how humans are supposed to look. No, he whispered. You're just the latest. Latest? My chest tightened. What do you mean, latest? He tilted his head slowly, like he was studying me. People come, he said softly. People stay, for a while. A cold wave ran through my entire body. And then? I asked, barely able to speak. His smile disappeared. They leave. Something in the way he said it made my stomach twist. Not move out. Not go away. They leave. Section 9, the hidden history. I didn't move. I couldn't. His grip on my ankle loosened, just slightly. Enough to make me realize something terrifying. He wasn't trying to stop me. He was letting me stay. Like he wanted me to hear this. Listen carefully, he said. His voice changed. Less threatening. More broken. This house wasn't always like this. I swallowed hard. Then what happened? Silence filled the narrow tunnel. Then he whispered, I built it. My heart skipped. What? These walls, the tunnels, the openings, he said. I made them. My mind struggled to keep up. You're lying, I said quickly. This house is decades old, I know, he interrupted. I was here when it was built. Section 10, the first owner. The air felt heavier with every word. I used to live here, he continued. Not in the walls, in the house. His eyes drifted, as if he was seeing something far away. I had a family. For a moment, just a moment, he looked human. What happened to them? I asked carefully. His face darkened. They left me. The tunnel suddenly felt colder. I built these walls after that, he said. So no one could ever leave again without me knowing. My stomach dropped. You were spying on them? I whispered. I was protecting them, he snapped suddenly. His voice echoed violently through the tunnel. Watching them. Listening. Making sure they were safe. I shook my head. That's not protection, that's love, he screamed. The sound was so loud it made my ears ring. Section 11, the first disappearance. His breathing grew heavier. They thought I was crazy, he muttered. They tried to leave. I didn't want to ask. But I had to. What did you do? Silence. Then, I stopped them. My blood ran cold. How? He leaned closer. Too close. I locked the doors. My heart pounded harder. And when they tried to escape, he paused. I followed them into the walls. The meaning hit me slowly. Painfully. You didn't let them go, did you? I whispered. He didn't answer. He didn't need to. Section 12, you're just like them. Suddenly, his eyes locked onto mine. Sharp. Focused. You're just like them, he said. I shook my head quickly. No. No, I'm not, I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here right now. No, he said calmly. You won't. Fear exploded inside my chest. Yes, I will. I tried to crawl forward again. But this time, his grip tightened. Harder than before. Pain shot through my leg. You've already seen too much, he whispered. Section 13, the other side of the walls. My flashlight slipped from my hand. It rolled deeper into the tunnel, spinning, until the light settled on something in the distance. Something I hadn't noticed before. A larger opening. A hidden room. My breath caught. What is that? I whispered. The man didn't answer. Instead, he slowly released my ankle. Go look, he said. His voice was calm again. Too calm. Everything in my body screamed, don't do it. But fear. Fear mixed with curiosity. And that's what kills you. Section 14, the room of evidence. I crawled forward slowly. Every movement felt heavier than the last. As I got closer, the smell hit me again. Stronger. Worse. Rotting. The flashlight beam revealed the inside of the hidden room. And I wish I had never seen it. There were things everywhere. Old clothes. Shoes. Phones. Wallets. Suitcases. Dozens of them. My heart stopped. These belong to people, I whispered. Yes, the man said from behind me. They stayed here. My hand started shaking uncontrollably. These are all tenants? I asked. He chuckled softly. They were guests. Guests. The word felt wrong. Horribly wrong. Section 15, the real reason. I turned slowly. Why? I asked, my voice breaking. Why are you doing this? For the first time. He looked sad. Not angry. Not insane. Just empty. Because, he whispered. I can't be alone anymore. Silence filled the tunnel. I tried, he continued. I really tried. But every time someone leaves, his face twisted again. The house gets quieter. His eyes locked onto mine. And I hate silence. Section 16, the trap is closed, cliffhanger. Suddenly, a loud click echoed through the walls. I froze. What was that? I asked. The man smiled again. That same twisted smile. The doors, he said. My heart dropped. What about them? They don't open from the outside anymore. Panic exploded inside me. No, that's not possible. You live here now, he said softly. No. I shouted. I'm leaving. I'm getting out. I tried to crawl back, but the tunnel behind me was dark. Completely dark. And the man was gone.